So in regards to back pay or retroactive pay, it's not going to go to 1980 just because he submitted a claim in 2024. So let's cut that out right now. Let's just remove that from our mindset, okay? There is no way they're going to pay you from there, from 1980, right? Unless there's always gray areas, unless there is a continuous prosecution of claims. Now, if it's taken the VA 40 years to get that done, I think we have bigger problems than the intent to file, right? But with that being said, again, it typically, if you have continuously prosecuted the claim over years and years and years, and making sure that you have done everything in your power to get your evidence and testimonies and formal conferences done, and prescribed forms filled out within always a year's time frame of date of submission of claim, and also notification letter, and also your intent to file, then again, the prosecution could continue for the most part, but the determination of effective dates are very, very, very tricky. Okay, we'll get into another video where we talk about effective dates and stage decisions and so on and so forth. But all in all, effective dates, it's not going to go all the way back to your service time. So unless you are within that year.
Absolutely. And then now, Kenneth, before we close out here, what I want you to do is now, obviously working with veterans serve thousands of clients, right? So we've seen this play out in a variety of different circumstances. Do you have any, stories that, of course, won't go into detail, but vaguely mention regarding individuals who have received back pay for a number of years?
Yes. I have for several different occasions. I obviously we're again impacting so many different veterans that are in great positions in life for the most part, and veterans who are unfortunately not doing so well, and on the cusp of a break in their lives, right? And on the brink, really. So. There was one impactful story that we consider here as one of our greatest stories here at Veterans for Veterans. We were actually helping a veteran through their process and providing the counsel and information. And obviously we have other resources that we partner our veterans with, who are vetted resources medically, to be able to get counseling, medical care. Obviously, they go to the VA, but sometimes they need a little bit more. So we point them in the right direction. And this veteran in particular was, dealing with a lot of ailments that was hindering them physically and mentally. So they were actually, unfortunately, homeless veterans, which obviously we were able to point them in the right direction for transitional housing. But they decided to go live back with their parents and so on and so forth. But this veteran has been prosecuting their claim for years. And one of our subject matter experts was very diligent to be able to help this person. And it warms me to say that they were able to not only support them and get them in the right direction for medical care, emergency counsel, and also shelter, but also getting their claim fully processed, right? And once they help them provide the counsel to get things moving forward, well, they were able to receive close to $90,000. Again, that was because this veteran was continuously prosecuting their claim. Not only that they were continuously prosecuting their claim, they were really struggling at that time frame, you know. And we try to provide as much as support that we can, resources, and do everything that we can in our power to support them. But it was a great opportunity and feeling to serve, right? But to also make sure that this veteran here did not go into ruins, right? And mentally, spiritually, financially. So understanding that, right, we always try to provide that major impact, and we're going to continue to do so. So, those are the impactful stories that we make sure that our veterans understand when serving. That is the highest level that we can serve at, to be able to serve those three pillars of life. So that was great. That was
No, great story. And, veterans, we want to hear your stories, right? We have a wonderful series, Veteran Voices series, where veterans are sharing their experience, right? Military experience, transition experience, dealing with a lot of challenges and turmoils that military life can provide. So, if you want to share your story on Veteran Voices, definitely reach out to us, and we would love to hear your story as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, right? Not only is your story, it's great, right, and impactful, but it may be so impactful it may save a life, right? Or your story could change another's lives and be so inspirational, right? To garner another young person into the military, or person just in general to go to the military, and really serve our country here. So we want to hear your stories. Not only do we want to hear your stories, other veterans wants to hear your stories, and we want to make sure that we're creating a space for these ventures, experiences, and knowledge to be cultivated and delivered to the community at a high level.
Appreciate your time. Prepare to compete. We out. Peace.